Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video on the channel. So today's Friday, which only means one thing. Today is going to be Marketwatch. Now I have seen on Reddit that it's been released that there is a bonus XP week coming in Feb, sort of mid to late Feb, so sort of like 2 weeks time. However, I've not seen confirmation on the RuneScape homepage. Normally on a Friday we do like an update some point late Friday afternoon, so it might come in later. Basically after I've recorded this, I'm doing this on Friday morning, 11:47 to be exact. But if that is the case, I'll make sure to put the post in the description or in the comments as well, just so you guys can have a look. But from what we can see, Reddit's normally quite a good place to get the info from. We are going to be having a bonus XP live pretty soon within the next 2 weeks. So hopefully you guys have watched the video on the bonus XP stuff to like gather and stuff like that. We'll start making a couple more videos based on what's currently working or seems to be working best in terms of GP. And then we'll get moving with that and that kind of content on the channel as well. So with Marketwatch, we go through the price rises and price falls on RuneScape 3, all the money making methods, possible investments, and best sort of ways to gather and make some GP in the game. So let's go through price rises and see what we can do. Right, so starting from the top, Anima Bick will just ignore, it's too cheap, same with the Coldstone Spirit. Snape Grass is now up to 308 GP, a little bit of an increase there, and again, could be something decent to farm. It would be pretty decent XP for your allotments. Powder of Penance now over 600k. We did sort of pick that out 2 weeks ago, and we said it was going to be going in that direction because it was just too cheap for how good it was. I think some buffs sort of worn off in terms of like prayer restoration or something to do with prayer or auras, and Penance again always outshines as something which is completely essential for PVM or Slayer. And just being able to use it through the powder is a lot easier than having to rely on the auras. And also with the auras, you want to use your better combat-based auras as well and not waste it on penance as such. Some treasure hunter stuff with the tokens, we're not too bothered about that. Portents of Restoration is 3.6k. Not sure if that's the Rocktail one, but if it is, might be worth having a look into. Greater Ghostly Ink is on its way up, and again, it's going to be very interesting to see the price of Necromancy stuff. Now that Necromancy is no longer under its embargo of no bonus XP and stuff like that, this is its first bonus XP live, so the level of XP, whether rituals are going to be as OP as what we normally are in the game, is something to see. And again, it might be something where Ghostly Ink goes through the roof. And thinking about that now, that might be something I'm going to have a look at the bond account, see how good that is. Necroplasm, powerful Necroplasm is 376 GP each. Another Portent of Restoration at 3.6k, that actually looks like the same one. But, you know, who are we? Air Runes, 46 GP each. Carambola Seeds, 2.3k each as well. Marital Seeds, 1.2k. And Wolf Bones is now 2.5. Decent, very early moneymaker if you're looking for a brand new account. Could do that for a little bit of combat. And just to get its general XP up. Sapphires, 337 GP each. Not skipping ticket, 462k. Oak Plank is now under 600 GP. And again, the Oak Plank to the Oak Refined Plank and then to the Oak Framed can always be very good. Keep an eye on that price because that would be generally a very good lower lit level money making method for the construction. Sandstone, again, Sandstone I think, and it's, again I need to go and explore, could be one of the best mining for profit. It goes under the radar a lot because the price, it is in the Grand Exchange, but from my experience, Sandstone never sells for the Grand Exchange price. It's way over, so definitely one to look into. Volcast Spike is 6.5 mil and the Greater Flaming Skulls are now 60k. Again, with all the ritual stuff, these could be going absolutely through the roof. We just don't know because we never experienced Necromancy on a bonus XP live. Battle Staff 4.4k. Again, these are too cheap and they have been. And with Battle Staffs and all prices, the all prices are at the floor. So Battle Staffs, it kind of makes sense that they're going to come up a little bit, especially if there's a bonus XP. Very good for invention components and kind of protected by its buy limit a little bit as well. Ripper Demon pouches, 141k each, very good method if you've got a binding contract and if you know how to do it. Extra Fine Sand, 8.8k, really good and really good profit as well. Silverhawk Feathers, 2.8k, better price than what they've been lately, but they are worth every penny just to not train agility, so I always recommend to use Silverhawks. Ascension Keystone, Terratus, or whatever, 140k. Very good to keys still for a nice hardcore AFK if you are looking to do it as well. Light Amica, 5.4k, probably linked to the Elder Rune bar prices. A Spirit Yak is 80k. Chin Chompers, a regular kind of 311. Astral Runes back up, and I expected it because they were just too cheap. But 741, still quite a lot of work to go there to get them back to where they were. A Water Subjugation, just under 600k, pretty good. For one of the worst Sammy drops, it's not too bad. Acadia logs 1.2k and 5k sandstone bricks at fire at 2.7k. Then we've got some of the standard seeds. Golden roses 464k. Again, those are linked to the penance powder, so they will keep going up. Always worth doing these on like a daily run, just for your first sort of wave of those roses. As Het's Oasis, and sit on them. So if they're a low price, just sit on them. Because the powders go up and down so much, they will always sell at some point. Raw Manta Rays just under a K, Super Defenses 8.1k, and again, now that bonus XP is announced, the prices of supers will be all over the place, so maybe sort of check some margins, capitalize on very cheap or free or profitable herb XP, and get making those potions over the next 2 weeks. A bond is now 96.9 mil. What world do we live in? Soon that will crack the 100 mil mark, I'm pretty sure, so that will be something. A Dark Bows 500k, Ancient Scales 1.4 mil, Key of the Crossing 360k. Keep an eye on these because they're very good money, and all the monsters which drop the Keys of the Crossing are very, very good money. Coconut 7.7k, again we picked that one out last week to make into coconut milk, and that was pure profit. It's probably still profit, so keep an eye on that. Molten Glass 980 GP, and Bomb Vials will probably be going up now if a bonus XP is announced, because they are very good XP. Gold Ore making a comeback over 1k. It has took a bit of a beating lately, so it's nice to see this back over a k. That's how I do my mining on the main account for 120, so I'm sitting on quite a big Gold Ore. So for it to be back over a k is really, really good. Although my internet's not playing ball, so wonderful. And then finally, we've got the OBK at 140k, Powerful Ghostly Ink at just under 15, and just some other bits. Nothing like really massive or outshining, like we have in the past couple of weeks. Like the past couple of weeks, the price rises have been really solid in some really good money makers. There are still some stuff around, and there's still some stuff I'd look into. If that bonus XP announcement is coming, Herblore prices, check into. Look at the super prices, look at the extremes. You basically want to do everything you can to process and make things easier. Brews will go up because they're related to the vitality potions, or bomb vials, and the Vuln bombs are always worth looking into as well. But again, we'll do some videos related to the bonus XP stuff and how you can make money through different forms of skills as well. So price falls. Let's see if anything has made its way back down. So the Aurora hat is still there. And the scarf is as well. So the Fragile Memento is 3.2k. The Flesh rune is crashed again. And this is what we said about Necromancy runes last week when we saw them. It's great that they're going up, but will they hold the price? So they are on their way down. All the subjugation pieces down 1.1 mil because they're all in correlation, which is really nice. So you know which ones to go for and which ones not to. Gold bars down to 1.9k. I pick these up at 1.5. because you never seem to lose at 1.5 and you can just turn them into jewelry anyway, but that's one to keep an eye on anyway. Harlan Dragon Bones now 12k each. That could be a decent XP price for prayer, but keep an eye on that, and I will be keeping an eye on it as well, because if we can get out of those Dragon Bones, I'll be getting out of those Dragon Bones. Augmenter down to 320k. That's a pretty good price for an Augmenter and could be worth buying. When I've bought some on the Bond account, they've always been about 450, 500k, so if you're going to be using augmenters on a regular basis, now could be a good chance to pick up a bit of a deal. Sarah Brew Flasks down to 30.4k. Miasma Runes 1.5k. Blood of Orcus down under 10k. Decent pickup that could be. For me, probably about 8k I'd buy Blood of Orcus because it just would be too cheap. But now that a bonus XP could possibly be announced, expect those to shoot up because they could be linked to sets to be finished. Festival Warrior Override 3.5 mil. Hellfire Metal 12k, still a bit too expensive. Undead Dragon Hide 4k. Ectoplasm 3.7k. I would keep an eye on this because it's been very, very volatile. And if a bonus XP is announced, that could go through the roof. Because there's some things where it's needed for rituals, so keep an eye on that one. Ring of Wealth 12.1k, didn't know why they had that little spike anyway. Orc Bones 11k each. Sirenic Scales 24k. Mad how cheap that is for the tier of armor. These two are very important and one to keep an eye on. Wine of Sara at 40k has, in my opinion, a chance to be a very decent investment because Super Sara brews, especially if a new boss is announced, can go through the roof. They are very much the best potion food. So worth keeping an eye on those. And Yak Milk as well. The price of Power Burst of Sorcery, they needed to crash still too high anyway, but just keep an eye on their price because I'll link the video I did with the Herblore potions, but these two could make you bank. Crypto went now under 50 mil. We have some vintage components, large crates, and Time War components, large crates on the way down. Fire Orb 215 each, too cheap, but too many's coming into the game, so it won't really change. That's probably why battle stats are sort of leveling out and being a bit more high. Calgarian Demon binding contracts 120k, a rune plated now 30k, or a Calcom bars come down 7k each for that. Worth keeping an eye on. Potion flask 15.7k, very much worth keeping an eye on that. Potion flasks very rarely go down, so the fact that that's gone down to 15k, keep an eye on it, because it could be a chance to make some money transferring potions into bracket 6 flasks anyway. Lesser Necroplasm 132 GP, sad, it's dead, it's gone, get over it. Regular Ghostly Ink 7.5k is not too bad. Look into that as well if you're going to be doing the other inks, because it doesn't matter on the tier of ink, just work out which one's the best. Sometimes the lowest tier of ink will make the most profit. Greater Concentrated Blast is 30 mil. If you do not have it, I would suggest buying it, because if magic becomes useful again, that would be very expensive. Divination Urn is 9k, Bone Rune 642, Elder Frame 172k each. Visa took a hit. Now, whether you can get in on these early now and put a lowball offer in, and with the bonus XP, you can get some cheaper construction XP, same with the Teak Frame. Have a try, see what the prices are like. But I really think construction isn't the play for this bonus XP. I'm much more thinking for the bond account to look into the Necromancy stuff and just provide Necromancy items if needed. Calgarian Demon Scrolls on the way down, but still could be made into profit, I think, with the Amalod Hour at Prif. Primal Extract, just under a k, that'll go up because of potions. Bandos Boots, 210k, the Powerful Memento, 22k, and the Viserion Godbow, randomly, just dropped 80 mil. Mass Capability dropped 6%, and that is now 32.5, and then finally, another frame, Mahogany Frame, and just some other bits and pieces, so yeah, basically the rises as always has been stuff which has gone up last week for Necromancy runes, for Necromancy stuff. Subjugation seems to be going up and down, but it just seems to overall be working its way down. 5.8 mil kind of makes Krill a little bit more into the not so much worthwhile doing now, but it can still be worthwhile doing if you're lower level and you need some exposure into PVM anyway. But nothing really here now is screaming towards like bonus XP investments. It's interesting, most of the frames are in the price falls this week, because I imagine some of those will bounce and go back up anyway. But yeah, decent week. Again, wait for that announcement for bonus XP. As soon as I see it, I'll make sure to put it in the comments and the description as well. And maybe we do like a separate one-off video talking about it. But if a bonus XP is released, we'll be doing plenty of videos going over some skilling methods, combat methods to make you a little bit of money, or just to prep you a little better for a bonus XP. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.